Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah of Brunei has ruled for over 50 years. He owns unimaginable wealth and lives in a palace with 1,000 rooms. But his true treasure is his children. Some of them are known to the entire country, while others are known only by name. Even their photos usually appear only during weddings. But we've uncovered the fate of each member of this royal family. How many children does the Sultan really have? Who are they and what do they do? And what did the Sultan do to his daughter's husband, the one who dared to hit her and cheated on her? Right now, we're going to tell you the full story of all of Sultan Bolkiah's children, in order of their birth. Some of them you probably never even heard of. Let's begin. By the time he took the throne, Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah was already married. Despite his complicated love life, his first wife, Anak Saleha, is still by his side. She gave birth to 6 of the Sultan's 12 children, 2 sons and 4 daughters. In 1969, their first child was born, Princess Rashida. She graduated from the University of Brunei and later worked in government and charity organizations. By Eastern standards, Rashida married quite late, at 27. Her husband was a nobleman from the respected Abdul Rahim family. Whitney Houston herself performed at their luxurious wedding. The couple had 5 children, 3 daughters and 2 sons. Today, she is 55 years old. The Sultan's second child was Princess Mutawakila. She graduated from a London university and became a lawyer. For a while, she attended official events, but then suddenly disappeared from public life. For many years now, the princess has stayed out of the spotlight, only appearing at rare family events like her siblings' weddings. At 53, she has never married and has no children. She's known as the most religious of the Sultan's children, living a quiet life devoted to prayer and charity. The third child was the long-awaited boy, Prince Al-Muhtadi Billah. He studied at Oxford, actively participates in government affairs, and is preparing to take his father's place on the throne. Al-Muhtadi Billah married for love to a regular girl named Sarah. Her humble background upset the elite, but the Sultan approved the marriage. The couple has 4 children. Their oldest son, Prince Abdul Muntaqim, is already being called the future Sultan. 2 years later, Princess Majida was born. She earned 2 university degrees, one in Brunei and one in London. Today, she works at the Ministry of Development, focusing on environmental issues. In 2007, Majida married a regular government employee from the Prime Minister's office. They had 2 children, a boy and a girl. But in 2023, after 16 years of marriage, they divorced. Her husband lost all his titles, and his name hasn't been mentioned at court since. There were long-standing rumours in Brunei that the Sultan's son-in-law was unfaithful to Majida and that one of his mistresses worked in the palace and even got pregnant by him. People also whispered that he hit the princess. She was seen with bruises on her face more than once. After that, it's said that the Sultan personally struck him several times. Since then, no one has seen the ex-son-in-law. What really happened to him is anyone's guess. This story was never made public. Of course, no media in Brunei reported on it. People only whisper about it quietly. Publicly criticizing the royal family is forbidden by law in Brunei. The 5th child of Sultan Bolkiah and Saleha was another girl, named Hafiza. Among her sisters, she achieved the most in education and her professional career. For a long time, she worked at the Ministry of Finance. It was there that she met her future husband, and they say it was also a marriage of love. Interestingly, the princess is 3 years older than her husband. The happy couple now has 4 children. The 6th child, Prince Abdul Malik, was born in 1983. He graduated in Brunei and now heads the Sultan Bolkiah Foundation, which supports projects in religion, finance, and social work. Before marriage, his wife worked as a programmer at an IT company. The prince seems to have inherited his father's love of luxury. His wedding was the most lavish in Brunei's history. Many international media outlets wrote that it was even more expensive than the wedding of Prince William and Kate Middleton. Interestingly, after the grand celebration, Abdul Malik and his wife began living a modest lifestyle. They now live quietly in their residence, raising 4 children, and rarely attend public events. By the early 1980s, the Sultan had clearly grown distant from his first wife. His harem kept growing with new women, but the monarch wanted something more, and then he truly fell in love with a flight attendant from Royal Brunei Airlines named Mariam. The Sultan built her a private palace, Istana Nurul Izzah. That's where she lived with their children after the wedding, far from Queen Saleha and all the palace gossip. They had 4 children together, 2 sons and 2 daughters. The fate of their firstborn, Prince Abdul Azim, turned out to be tragic. He was born in 1982, received excellent education, and was known as one of Brunei's most charismatic princes. Azim dreamed of a movie career and became a producer in Hollywood. He was friends with global celebrities and actively supported charity work. But at the age of 36, he was diagnosed with a serious autoimmune disease. He passed away 2 years later. It was a devastating blow for the Sultan. A 7-day mourning period was declared in Brunei, an honor usually reserved for a king. Their daughter Azima was born next. She became an outstanding athlete, the only woman in the country allowed to play for Brunei's national polo team alongside male players. Today, the princess oversees women's sports in Brunei. In 2023, she married her cousin. The marriage became the most controversial royal union in recent years and was widely discussed online. The couple doesn't have children yet. In 1985, the Sultan and Mariam had a second daughter, Princess Fadzila. Locals call her Brunei's sports princess. She graduated from a university in England and later became passionate about netball, a team sport similar to basketball. Fadzila represented Brunei in international competitions and served as captain of the national team. In 2022, she married a regular man. Almost nothing is known about him, but local media call him a handsome foreigner. It's been confirmed that he is Iraqi and holds Canadian citizenship. The couple recently welcomed a daughter named Dania. The second son from Mariam, Prince Abdul Mateen, is now one of Brunei's biggest stars. A brilliant officer, graduate of top universities, and a key figure in the new generation of royals. He's actively involved in national affairs, focusing on the environment, sports, and international cooperation. He's captured the hearts of women not only in Brunei, but around the world. With over 3 million followers on Instagram, he shares moments from his travels and public duties. His photos go viral, the press covers his every move, and his appearances always make headlines. In early 2024, Abdul Mateen married a woman named Anisha, from a respected non-royal family. Their wedding became the most extravagant ceremony in Brunei's history, even bigger than the lavish wedding of his older brother, Abdul Malik. Abdul Mateen is deeply loved by the people, and everyone is now eagerly waiting for news of the couple's first child. But the marriage between Mariam and Sultan Bolkiah didn't last. After 22 years together, they divorced. 2 years later, the Sultan married another commoner, a journalist named Azrinaz, who was 34 years younger than him. She gave birth to 2 children, a prince and a princess. Their first child, Prince Abdul Wakil, was born in 2006. He finished college in Brunei and later continued his studies at a university in the United Kingdom. The young prince is already gaining fans, and many in Brunei believe he may become the new face of the royal dynasty in the coming decades. Princess Amira is the youngest daughter of the Sultan. She was born in 2008, and just 2 years later, her parents divorced. After the divorce, Amira stayed in the palace and has since been raised by the Sultan's first wife, Queen Anak Saleha. Today, Amira is 17 years old. She attends a prestigious international school and is interested in fashion, singing, and theatre. Her recent appearance at Prince Abdul Mateen's wedding caused a sensation. Her stunning look, heels, designer bag, and confidence left everyone amazed. But behind the glamour lies a personal tragedy. She's basically forbidden to speak to her mother, who moved to Malaysia after the divorce. All Azrinaz can do now is look at pictures of her children in the news and send messages that they may never read. In total, the Sultan has 12 official children. They grew up in luxury, but under the constant pressure of strict royal rules. Each of them has followed a different path, from a Hollywood prince to a deeply religious recluse. And considering the Sultan's turbulent past and the many scandals around his harem, there may be other children the royal family chooses not to speak about. Which of the Sultan's children do you like the most? Tell us in the comments. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and see you next time.